Sydney Sweeney swipes back at soap naysayers. Tom Holland's a fraud. Why this actor left Hollywood. Blake Lively's Delulu no skibbity Justin Baldoni. And you can now get Chinese robots pregnant?
All of that and so much more coming up on News Dump.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of whimsy to bring you a special news bulletin from the International Podcast News. A movie has just landed on Amazon Prime so foul, so putrid, that this news dump will be postponed until further notice, and this episode will now be dedicated to this hot garbage.
One goo, three, yeah! Goo. Jaws 3. Goo. King of Queens. Goo. Meryl Streep. Goo. Entertainment.
I'm Goo.
And I'm Ryan Davey.
That's right, he is not Mac and Davey. You fool. You thought we were doing a news dump, but what we're actually doing, War of the Worlds.
Yeah, I'm reading all these things and I'm like, all right, I'm ready to do this. Are we actually doing War of the Worlds right now?
Hell yeah, we are.
Let's do it. All right, let's do it.
Oh, Davey, I know that you and Keith have already done a dork on this movie? Question mark? What is this?
Well, once given context, it makes a lot more sense when you get a little bit of background, because just watching the movie going in blind as I did, it's not a movie.
No. And this was shot during the pandemic.
See, that would have been helpful to know ahead of time.
And one might question, worst thing from the pandemic?
Probably.
Yeah. On Rotten Tomatoes right now, the audience is giving it some love, 26%, but the critics, a 3.
Have you read the positive reviews?
No. Are they good?
Not really.
No, but is it people that are admiring it for how bad it is?
I am, for sure.
But is also the critic saying this is an interesting concept when in fact it's not?
Let me see. All critics. I'm gonna see what out of 40 reviews.
Yes.
Let's see. I'm gonna define the first positive one.
Give me the first.
It's certainly
positive.
stupid, but it's also a great deal of fun.
I'm not sure if it is. I'm not sure. Now, I'm a huge fan of so bad it's good movies. This movie takes a long time to even get interestingly bad.
And it's even bad to the point where, like, there's photoshopping in this movie, and it's horrendous. Like, it could have been done by, like, a 5-year-old.
I also, for so much of this movie, thought that Ice Cube, this movie stars Ice Cube, I thought that he was reading all of his lines off the computer screen. Because this entire movie is shot on a webcam, shot on iPhones, shot on body cams. And then I just saw on the Honest trailer for it that you can see the green screen in his glasses.
I have to look again because there's definitely a scene and there's, not to give it away, but he's explaining what's going on to like a war room of like generals and like high ranking officials. And it is absolutely clear that he's reading off a piece of paper.
Also, the sense of urgency in his voice and delivery of his lines. Ice Cube has one speed in how he speaks, and that is smooth. There is no urgency to like speed up how he's speaking. It's just the world is under attack, and he's just going at this pace constantly. You better take those glasses off in a second and say, God damn.
Well, I want to, he does this. He like rocks back and forth. Yep. Like like in a webcam and like is constantly touching his glasses.
Yeah, well, throughout the movie, he's constantly taking his glasses off to then, grab his eyes, touch his nose, say, God damn.
God damn.
I bet that when he saw the Metacritic score of 6, that's what he said.
Oh, he's going, ready? Wait, on.
Yeah.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Like that's the
I got you. I got you.
I got you. Like, no, you don't.
You could have cut and paste so much, like so many of the points of this movie into other points. It's him saying the same things over and over again.
And could you believe that people like Eva Longoria and Clark Gregg were told, okay, take your phone, put the forward-facing camera on it, and just say these lines, and we'll give you $1 million?
Ava Longoria in this movie might be the most non-playable character in a video game that I have ever heard speak. It is all exposition, and the amount of fake deaths that we get in this movie from her, from his son, from the daughter is outrageous. Also, why does she keep telling Ice Cube all these like natural disaster things? He doesn't care at any point in this movie.
He actually, at one point, he tells her, he's like, I don't really care. That's not really my area.
He does not care at all about what she says at any point. Why does she think that they're friends? Why? Like, they aren't colleagues, right?
No, and her name, I forget her character's name, but it's like, I don't know, like Jennifer, but it's like Jennifer NASA.
FBI. Yeah.
Like, it's not even a real name.
That's a work friend.
Yeah.
That's like me saying, so-and-so radio.
Right.
This movie is based on...
It's being like Carl, Spanish teacher. Like, I don't know that guy, you know?
So this is released in 2025. Like I said, it was made a couple of years ago, rated PG-13. And it's an hour and 31 minutes. And this is really where, like, it doesn't fly at any point in this movie. There is a turning point where I'm like, you know what? I'm back in. But the first 35 minutes to 40 minutes, this is boring.
It's like, the NSA's interface for you, like these it's for him to control a drone, he just basically has to make a mouse box over the drone to commandeer it.
I will say, though, as someone who, I'm an okay typer, but I sometimes get into the habit of using like one or two fingers. Ice Cube's really good at typing in this movie.
He's flying.
You
never see his hands. You don't know if he's doing it, and he never makes a mistake. And especially when stressed out and going fast, like, he won't ever make a mistake.
He speaks at one speed, but the way that he types, I think he should just type out all of his lines. He should tell all of his directors and FBI agents just through typing. His words per minute, typing-wise, way faster than speaking.
Well, now I'm thinking of an Ice Cube movie where he has a Stephen Hawking voice, which would be...
Just pulling off his glasses, typing really fast. Stephen Hawking voice.
I got you. I got you.
A colossal invasion of Earth is coming in this off-kilter take on a legendary novel of the same name, which I think that's what is really... That's why people are loving this, is that this is just based off of one of the most famous stories of all time. And Amazon Prime, we haven't even mentioned Amazon Prime yet. This is on Amazon Prime.
Yes.
Took it and fucked it. They fucked this story.
And again, I don't know whomst thought this was a good idea. I don't know like whose idea this was and how was it like. But also, like, remember, this was like a radio program from Jesus. I don't remember, and it was like
that's what I stole this from. I stole this from the radio program,
and everybody thought it was real.
Yeah.
And so it was done, Orson Welles, right?
It was done by Orson Welles. And actually, I read the entire script earlier. And what I love about it is that it takes him 3 or 4 announcements to get into the flying saucers. So he does this first announcement of like, hey, there's some stuff happening on Mars. Let's get back to music. And then, hey, we're seeing some stuff in the sky. Let's get back to music. Like, by the 3rd or 4th is like, there are little fucking gray men running around on this Earth. So he took his time and really, really drilled it in.
Yes.
You got to eat the data, Davey. You got to eat the data.
But also, like, the NSA's like top guy is spending 80% of his day like spying on his kids
and seeing what's in Amazon carts.
Like, that's his whole day.
And like, while all this is happening, is like, hey, you put that muffin down. You don't eat that muffin. What are you? You're pregnant. You can't eat that muffin. It's bad for the baby. This is directed by Rich Lee, written by a handful of names, but Kenny Gold, Mark Hyman, and then on IMDb, it has H.G. Wells. Do you think H.G. Wells would appreciate them putting his name on this movie? Or would he have said to them, call me Alan Smithy?
Or were they just like, his estate was just like, how much are you going to pay us? Fine.
All right, Mr. Bezos. Whatever. We can do it.
Yeah.
We don't give a shit. This movie stars Ice Cube, Ava Longoria, and Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime was way bigger of a character in this movie than I thought it was going to be. But
Also, the twists and turns of this movie are Just
you never
right
see him
in
coming.
your face. Oh my! Oh, but you're telling me that at the head of the FBI is in charge of this? Spoilers. Sorry.
Spoilers. Also, wait a minute. The son who's trying to tell him all these government secrets is Disruptor? What? You didn't sniff that out the first time the kid was on screen? Oh my God.
He becomes a Disruptor at the end with that stupid fucking picture with his face in the hood.
No, but like, my favorite one is when the reveal that Clark Gregg is like the bad guy, right?
Yeah.
And there's a photo of him, and they're like, it's like this grainy shot of like these people in like the whatever, UN or whatever, and he's looking right at the camera.
And then once again, can you give me Ice Cube's reaction to seeing that the ex-husband from the New Adventures of Old Christine is the bad guy?
Hold on. Damn, this whole time, damn.
He leaves the room once, and
he gets up and walks to the back of the room.
He walks to the back of the room, and oh my God, the thumb drive. The fucking thumb drive.
Okay, so explain this to me. So the War of the Worlds, which this whole war takes what, 12 hours, maybe, and like these aliens have done this thing where like fighter jets and military communications, planes are falling from the sky, right?
Yeah.
Yet Ice Cube's cell phone still works, his family's cell phones still work. And his bumbling idiot son-in-law can fly a drone into the NSA 5 floors down.
I think you're underestimating Amazon Prime.
Right.
That's your issue right now.
Thing. But also, like, I've flown drones where I've lost signal when they go behind a tree.
Also, his entire family, who are all ready and able, all of them. It's not just one. With all of their skills, they're able to stop the data consumption.
They're eating your points.
They're eating the points. My God. You know what? I do love this movie. It really did take time. The turning point in the movie for me was when the daughter who's pregnant is bleeding and the son-in-law says, I got tape. And I'm like, fuck. That's what I needed to hear. That's what I need to watch this.
Or something.
Yeah. And I'm like, that is the stupidity that I need in this movie. When he said that he could stop the bleeding with tape.
With packing tape. And my turning point was when his drone flipped over and was laying in the street.
Yeah.
And they were trying to get a guy who was hiding in a pop-up tent to like come and flip the drone back over. And they enticed him with a $1,000 Amazon gift card.
Well, they offer him other shit first. And he's like, I don't know if I should trust this thing. I'm going to die. $1,000 to Amazon? Live like a king.
Cash. Like,
he goes there and buys a fur coat. Like he goes to Burlington Coat Factory.
Like if you go into Burlington Coat Factory with $1,000, you are literally a god. So yes, like you. Yes. So I was asked point blank, did I like it? Yes, I did.
Yes.
Was it a good movie? No, it's one of the worst movies I've ever seen. But did I like it? Yes, I did.
I also saw it in chunks. I watched the first 40 minutes, fell asleep, and I'm like, I'm not sure if I'm going to get back to that. It's fucking boring. Then I hopped back on while on the elliptical at the gym for 20 minutes. I'm like, okay, this is getting a little more interesting. And the son-in-law offered to tape up his wife.
How are you watching this at the did you bring like an iPad or something?
On my phone. That's how it was intended to be seen. They don't want you to see the fucking CGI.
No, because you can
Holy Lord, the CGI.
Like, it's so bad. It's so bad.
Look, they're better off just using stop motion at this point. Just like use toys, use clay. Like what they gave us is a step above the Sci-Fi Channel, but you almost would rather have Birdemic.
Oh, absolutely. But like you said, it was intended, if you look at it, shot on, and the other thing that killed me too. So it's shot on basically like cell phone footage. Like it's supposed to look like, so it's supposed to look kind of janky, but then they just throw in like random B-roll footage of like armies.
So, okay, random B-roll footage of armies, which, by the way, he watches clips on his computer. He also flips back and forth between Fox News and CNN. You had a great chance to have some nice poly-charged humor in there. When he flips to Fox News, they should have blamed the libs. When he flips to CNN, they should have blamed the president. Like, the comedy writes itself.
It does write itself, and it could have been very topical at the time. But man... But
also,
again, it was those are
topical jokes that can live forever. Like Those are easy. That's have you seen those clowns on Congress? How do they come up with that great humor? Don't praise the machine.
By the way, I'm looking at Rich Lee's directorial chops.
Yeah.
It seems like he's directed War of the Worlds. He directed the Black Eyed Peas "I'm a Bee" video.
That's a good one, though.
He directed Christian Mingle, starring Lacey Chabert, and several other music videos for Lana Del Rey.
Yep, that absolutely checks out. So like I said earlier, the amount of every time that he ends a phone call with anyone, it's they've died.
Yes.
Oh, their phone went out. No. 3 seconds later, he's tracking them on the computer. It's fine.
And they're moving. And he has no. And again, like if I'm being bombarded with like lasers and like rubble, the very first thing I'm going to want to do is FaceTime my dad. The whole time it's going on.
Not only that, okay, the daughter, and I understand there's some conflict in the life of this family, but the daughter, while the world is ending, is like, hey man, you're a shitty dad. You're a fucking bad dad. What are we doing?
Yeah, I think you put that aside for the time being. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, like, hey, like if we survive this, I'm going to bring this up later. Because like even talking about, okay, so when Ice Cube says to her, I understand why you didn't invite me to the shower, she should have said, like knowing that the world is ending, oh no, we mailed it to you. You must have not gotten it because you're still at work. Like lie to him because the world is ending. How is he going to know?
And not only that, but like, you can tell me your daughter's heart rate, what she's eaten, and like her blood oxygen level, but you can't see that you weren't invited to the baby shower because you weren't friends with her boyfriend on Facebook. Like that is fantastic.
Yeah. That was another turning point of like, okay, you've got my interest a little bit more. Also, the email at the end of the movie, this is when I shook my head and said, you know what? This movie's not all wrong. The headline of the email said, parenting is hard. And I'm like, fuck, it is.
You bet
Ice
it. You
Cube's
bet
got
it.
a point. You pulled me
now
back
this is
in.
relatable. Now I relate to this.
I relate to the fact of if someone offers me $1,000 to Amazon Prime, my initial thought is scam. But then I'm like, think of all the shit I can buy.
Oh, look at that. Like all the, yeah. Do you know how many like bottle cleaners, like water bottle cleaners I can get for that?
Think of all the pairs of eyeglasses I could buy that I could tear off my face right now.
Damn.
All right, in the true Mac and Goo fashion, let's run through the gauntlet of stupid stuff that we always do. Fun factor of this movie, over the course of the entire movie, I'm not sure if there's enough fun for how bad this is, but if you're recommending it, you're going to tell people, it's like, oh, you got to watch this sitcom, but you got to get through the first season. You got to get through the first couple episodes. Because the first half an hour of this movie, it's dry and it's garbage. It's not fun.
It's not, and it's like, you start asking yourself, are they really taking this that seriously?
Yes. But off the back of that Satisfactor, I almost admire this movie for how clever it thinks it is.
Yes, and I am looking forward to this being in the classic cult movie conversation, along with like The Room and Troll 2. Like it's on that level of like it's so bad that it's hysterical.
But comparing it to those movies and to like a Madam Web, like Madam Web from the get-go is fucking stupid.
Oh, so dumb and like pointless. This and I mean this movie's pointless too, but it's also like. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, but it transcends good and bad.
Yes, because like even at work, I was trying to half recommend it to a coworker who loves bad movies, and I'm like, it's really like it's just so down the middle, and the idea of the movie is stupid at the beginning for how they're shooting it, but it doesn't get interestingly bad for a while.
Yeah, and the fact that like this whole war of the war. By the way, they say the title of the movie like 3 times,
which makes me like a movie. That makes me like a movie. Like when Ben Affleck yells out in Mallrats to Jason Lee, "You fucking Mallrat!" It's the best part of the movie.
And I forgot where I was going with that because now I'm thinking about Mallrats. But like, shit, what were we talking about before? I lost my train of thought.
That's good. Waterworld. It is worse than the 1995 classic Waterworld.
I think Waterworld. I I remember being like 10 and seeing Waterworld and not enjoying that.
Maybe you didn't understand it.
Maybe I didn't.
No.
Maybe it was too deep. Maybe it's too deep for me.
Too deep, like the ocean? Ooh.
That's right.
Halloween. Will this movie wane in interest over time? I'm actually with you. I think this is going to pick up a lot of popularity in the people that want to see something so bad that it's good.
Or you start talking about it with somebody who had seen it, and people are like, what are you talking about? And you're like, sit down. Like,
okay, So, like, in this conversation, I have liked it way more because of what we've been talking about. And I think over time, I'm going to forgive the bore because I'm not going to watch it again, but I'm going to talk about it.
Oh, and I'm going to watch people watch it.
Yes.
Like, I'm going to, like, the whole time, I'm going to be, like, looking down at the couch and being like,
yeah.
you fucking seeing this? Like, you know what I mean? And they're going to ask me questions like, wait, why is the head of the NSA, like, spying on his kids? Like, great question.
You see that AT-AT? You see that AT-AT right there? Pants.
So what do these aliens want? They want to kill us, but they don't. And that's the other thing. They don't have to kill anybody.
No, they want to eat your data.
They could have just landed and just taken. And again, how does that feed them? They're like robotic organisms or whatever. Like Eva Longoria has this like explanation of why they're doing this, and it's like it makes no sense.
Data is the most important, and that's where the money is. It's in data.
It's in data. Why do they need money?
Data. It's data. You know? Pants Tent City, Excite Bike Mania. What got you going in this movie? And it really is the turning point of the tape. The tape got me going.
The tape got you going.
The tape got me going. It got me cackling.
What got me cackling was that after seeing planes fall from the sky and, you know, carnage going on outside, the fact that Ice Cube's family plan was very much intact for their cell phones. And somehow the news was still on.
The news, everything is still going. At this point in the world, CNN would have played their doomsday video that you can find on YouTube that's 22 minutes long, where it's a band on the White House lawn playing,
so
we're going to fucking die.
I now in retrospect, when they're like, how did they do this? And they're like, they blew up all our satellites and we're blind. I'm like, no, you're not, because you're talking to each other right now on the phone. Like, you're not blind because you're on fucking cell phones, which use satellites.
I have taken training at work of if something like this happens, if something is out there eating...
You're making that up.
If something is out there eating our data, we have a station further west in Massachusetts that we travel to that we'd be able to deliver news to you and record news, put it on a loop, and just keep you up to date on the AM signal.
That's a real thing?
Yes, that is a real thing, Dave.
Wow. I only saw in like Fallout, like whether you like listening to the radio and it's just like on a loop the whole time, but like...
It's in a bunker.
Fascinating that's a real thing.
It's in a bunker. I'm not going to tell you where it is, though.
Please don't. I don't want to know that information.
I'm not going to tell you where it is. I don't want you hopping on there.
You don't want me going to Framingham?
You're going to hop on there, start playing some dork podcasts.
Just hijack it and just like whatever. Like, yeah.
When life gives you Jesse Plemons in a movie, he makes Plemonade. He makes it that much better. But with this movie, I flip it on its head. Who pops up for a short amount of time and you say, what are they doing here? Why are they doing this? And I think it's Eva Longoria, and you could argue that she is in too much of this movie.
She's in way too much, yeah.
I would agree with you, but it's just funny to me every single time that she's like, I have this interesting thing to tell you, and Ice Cube's like, I don't care.
Look at the lightning. I've never seen lightning like this. He's like, yeah, that's not a national security thing for me. That's weather.
Like, I'm curious, who are her other friends? Does she have no friends?
No.
No,
you know why she's so pretty that everyone's mean to her?
No one else will even answer the phone. He's at least willing to answer the phone.
And like when they have that like big meeting, like they don't even call her in.
And then let's see here, Mac's Credit Union. Mac isn't here, but if Mac was here, he would give credit to the writer H.G. Wells for signing off on, hey man, this is your legacy.
I don't think he signed off on it.
He did. From the grave, he's like this. He read the script and said, this looks good.
When do you think H.G. Wells died?
Let's see. This movie just came out. So what, the last couple days? He was one of the writers on this movie, Dave.
I understand he was one of the writers in this movie. He died right when World War II died, in 1946.
1946. So you think like he was killed in World War II?
I mean, he could have been.
A lot of people died.
Years old. I don't think
a lot of people died around that time.
A lot of people did. That's right.
Okay, let's see.
Especially in England.
So, hot dog score, I'm going to give it a 0. But it's a good 0. It's a 0. Like, I think getting a 0 is better than getting like a 10, better than getting an 8, better than getting a 5. You're in that negative zone where then you can flip it on its head and still watch it.
I'm going to give this a 1 hot dog because I would like to tell the director and writers of this movie where they can take that hot dog and stick it.
Like a tentacle going up Ice Cube's butt.
That's right. Shine it up real nice. Again, and why do the data eating things have probes? Why do they want Ice Cube's butt?
Because they were eating his data.
They're trying to get his
What
data.
a fucking twist that would have been. What if Ice Cube was a robot the whole time?
Oh, they went up his butt and took all his points.
You could have. Imagine if the last half an hour was every minute a new twist.
And they played Twist by Korn at the end. That's right.
Let's get into Max Sack. And Max Sack could be anything. It could be a boat. Davey, have you seen on social medias, it's called blind rankings, where the influencer or the creator will put up like top 5, top 10, and then someone else will give him the answer. He needs to then take that answer. It's a hard slot into one of those numbers, and that's it.
So I saw you do this with the senses.
Yes.
And you did it with Mac and senses, and it was like 10. And I was like, hold on.
Yeah.
But then you twisted it a little bit. I thought that was very clever.
Okay, well, I'm going to do this with you right now.
Okay.
So you are an educator. You've gone through many years of school. You're a scholar, I would say.
I'm starting my 20th year teaching this year.
Okay, so I am going to, let's do a top 10 blind ranking of schools.
All right.
Schools.
All right.
Are you ready for this?
Yes.
High school.
9.
Middle.
7.
Elementary.
Oh, like 3.
Pre.
5.
Of Hard Knocks.
1.
Of Fish.
10.
Of Rock.
Oh, it's got to be what I have 2.
2. The movie School of Rock. Back 2.
Oh, with Rodney Dangerfield? 4.
Yeah. Out for the Summer.
I got even numbers left, right?
You got some numbers left.
I didn't think to cross them off. Is 8 available?
8 is available. School's Out for the Summer. Alice Cooper at number 8. And then finally, Ernest Goes 2.
Oh, it's got to be, it's 6 is left, right?
Number 6 is left. Okay, so Davey's ranking of his favorite schools at number 1 is Of Hard Knocks.
Hell yeah.
Number 2 is Of Fish, A School of Fish. At number 3.
School of Fish was 10.
Fuck you, Dave. Of School of Rock is
School
number
of Rock
2.
is number 2. School of Fish? Fuck Fish.
School of Fish is number 10. You don't like a good School of Fish?
No, I don't like deep water.
At number 3 is Middle. At number 4 is Back 2, the Rodney Dangerfield classic. At number 5 is Elementary. At number 6 is Ernest Goes to School. At number 7 is High School. Number 8 is Out for the Summer. Alice Cooper's School is Out for the Summer. At number 9 is High School. And at number 10, Davey's worst school, Fish.
Yeah. No, thank you.
A Group of Fish.
I feel
Dave,
good. I feel good about that list.
Where can the people find you?
People can find me in that place between sleep and being awake, you know. But really,
Life.
where they can find me is
Life.
at Arvon on Twitter, at Arvon603 on the Instagram, and always at Dork Podcast if you want to come listen to more of this witty repartee that we have in our little shared universe. Please check us out over there.
You can find this podcast, Mac and Goo, wherever podcasts are found. Go give us a review on Apple Podcasts. We're not going to give you a shirt. We don't have any more shirts, but I would like you to please write a review. You can also, I would like you to go over to, I didn't realize this until a couple weeks ago. You could also write reviews or give rankings on Spotify. Go to Spotify, give us a 5-star over there. That's very important. Spread the word. Steal your parents' credit card and give it to Mac and Goo. You can head over to tpublic.com, merch. We have I Think You Should Leave stuff over there. Check us out at the top of next week. We'll have a news dump, and then we'll finally get to Nobody 2 at the end of next week. Tuesdays are Goose Days. I Abuse Kangaroos. Tim Burton.
Please flip the cassette over to side B to continue the adventure.
Now it's time for girls jumping on trampolines.